When I started investing back in 2021, there were quite a few different investing platforms to choose from. Vanguard, Hargreaves Lansdown, eToro, and Trading212, to name a few. But after trying out a few of these, I finally settled on FreeTrade. But my time with FreeTrade is coming to an end. In this video, I'm going to talk about why I chose FreeTrade initially, why I'm now leaving FreeTrade, the process of switching a stocks and shares ISA to a new provider, and I'm going to show you where I'm moving my £13,000 stock portfolio, and the first buy on this new account. Let's get into the video. So when I started looking for an investing platform, I originally started looking at some of the bigger players, like Vanguard and Hargreaves Lansdown. But when I was looking at the time, they were only online, there was no app, and this kind of was a massive turn-off for me, so I instantly just didn't choose them. They may have an app now, I haven't really looked. So if they do have an app now, just let me know and I can actually have a look at them. I think the ease of having an app on my phone that I can access my investing at any time is such a big win for the modern day players like FreeTrade and Trading212. And I also think those other platforms like Vanguard are sort of built for bigger portfolios. They're more built for managed portfolios. So you're more likely to pay more fees, and it's more of a sort of sit and watch kind of aspect instead of a do-it-yourself kind of platform. And this was not really what I was looking for. I was looking for more of a DIY approach, something that I can just buy whatever I wanted to, and I can make trades whenever I wanted to. Although this isn't the kind of investing that I'm doing now, I'm more of a buy and hold kind of investor. At the time, this was what I was looking for. So after looking at these other big platforms, I decided to go to Trading212. But unfortunately, Trading212 had a hold on new accounts, so I couldn't actually set up an account and start investing with them. I had to go elsewhere. Then that led me to eToro. eToro, I didn't really like at all. The platform is kind of built for trading, and again, that wasn't really what I was looking for. I was looking for a mix between the two. eToro is sort of built for like communities and like talking to other investors, following people, that sort of thing. And again, that's not really what I wanted to do. I wanted to do my own thing. So again, I chose to stay away from eToro. Although I did try it out, I did invest a bit of money into it. I did eventually pull that money out, and I don't use eToro at all now. Luckily then, I watched a YouTube video on FreeTrade, and I sort of fell in love with FreeTrade. Just watching a video, I saw that the UI was exactly what I was looking for. It's very simple. We'll take a look in a second. It's quite an easy app to use, and I think the style that they're going for is just a buy or sell kind of platform. You can see everything quite easily, but we'll take a look now. So as we can see here, when you log in to FreeTrade, it's very easy to see what's going on. Like it literally gives you the amount that you've got invested. It gives you how much you're up by in each period. So since I began investing, I'm up £1,000. In the last year, I'm up £942. In the last 6 months, £924, 3 months, £450, 1 month, £260, last 7 days I'm up £86, and the last day, which is at 0, which I think is because it's a weekend while I'm recording this, so that's probably why that is that. You can also see all of your investments, like right here. You can see the gain that you've got on them, which I think is like it's just the gain of all time. And when you click into a stock, for example, you can see again like the 1 month, 3 months, 6 month performance. The only options you really have are like buy and sell, adding a recurring order. It even tells you there on this bit, it tells you there that like the market's closed right now, so you can't actually invest. And if you try to buy something, it will say like your order will be placed when the market opens, which is at 3 o'clock. And you can also do limit orders, which I've never actually done, but something that other people might want. You can see easily like your investment, so you can see that you can see in dollars because this is invested in dollars, or you can see in pounds. So you can see the current value, the investment loss, which is for this one is minus 9.88%, and that accounts for £198. It's quite simple. The number of shares that I have, the average price per share. You can see the recent activity, so my buys, dividends, if you receive dividends, and then if you come down even more, you can see like dividend yield, market cap, the PE ratio, and then you can get analyst ratings, price targets, that sort of thing, earnings per share estimates, and you can also see when they're paying dividends, and then you can get the information about the stock. It's all in one easy place. So I quite find it's quite an easy app to use in terms of that. And then you have insights, which you can see your portfolio performance. You've got like market weighted return, time weighted return. And you can actually if I go back into that, you can see like the return against the FTSE All Share, which I think is quite nice. So like time weighted return, mine is up 15%, and the FTSE All World Index is up 9.5%. So you can see like your comparison to the All World, which is quite good. And then finding stocks, I think, is quite easy. You just search by ticker symbol, or you can search by what it actually is. So like Microsoft, for example, everything comes up quite easily. And you have like recently viewed. So you can see here that I'm just looking at these stocks here. They've got like newly added stocks, popular stocks right now, and stuff like that, which I never really dive into. I sort of just use stocks that I look at. And then you've got activity, which again is just all of your activity. You can export all of your activity. So on my investment dashboard, I could just export all my activity, import that, and all of my data is now live, basically. It's very easy to use. You can see everything that's going on. So my recent buys, my recent dividends, the interest on my accounts. You can get a monthly statement, all that sort of thing. It's quite easy to use. And again, you can set up watch lists and all that sort of stuff. I do think it's quite a simple app, and I think that's what it's built for. It's built for new investors or people that are just doing the buy and hold sort of strategy. I mean, there is limit orders, so it is set up for making sells and for making buys. But again, the reason why I've stuck with it so long is because it's so easy to use. But there is a reason I'm leaving FreeTrade, so let's get into that now. So after using FreeTrade for so long, leaving FreeTrade never really occurred to me until a friend of mine told me that Trading 212 is far superior. But after testing it out with some play money, I didn't really think much of it. So then I did some research on the fees, and this is a contention point for most people. FreeTrade is free. Yes, it's in the name, but you're limited to what the platform gives you. Free trades, yeah, but you're only limited to a certain number of stocks. I think it's like 4,700, and like the other tiers allow you to get up to like 6,000 plus stocks, their full range of their stocks. And on the free platform, you can't get a stocks and shares ISA, which is a bit silly really, because Trading 212 does offer a free stocks and shares ISA. But originally this wasn't really an issue for me. Like I thought, oh, free trades for $5.99 a month. It seemed fine. I wasn't that bothered. I think originally when I joined, it was like $3.99 a month. It wasn't that bad. And then they upped it to like $5.99 a month. I didn't really think of it like £2 extra a month. I just thought, I don't really care. But at the time, I didn't really look at like the FX fees, the foreign exchange fees. I hadn't looked at that whatsoever. But when you compare Trading 212 to this, which is free, the trades are free. Again, I didn't really think much of it because, again, Trading 212 didn't allow me to make an account. But making this video now, I sort of realized like, why didn't I switch earlier? And again, I spoke about this earlier. Trading 212 didn't let me make an account, so I couldn't switch earlier. I think it was about 2 years later that they allowed me to create an account. And then again, like I went to create an account and I was like, well, I don't really like the platform. But we're here now, so let's carry on. So back to the comparison. Like I said, FreeTrade does charge higher foreign exchange fees. I think on their free, it charges 0.99%. On the basic plan, so no, on the first tier, which is $5.99, they charge 0.59%. And on the higher $11.99 a month tier, they charge 0.39%. And when we compare this to Trading 212, which is 0.15%, even on the highest tier, you're still being charged like 2.5 times more to make trades in another currency, which, looking at it now, it seems absurd, because I'm paying like $5.99 a month to, I think it's like 4 times more expensive for me to buy US stocks, and I'm buying a lot of US stocks, or at least like compared to UK stocks I am. Now there is always chatter that Trading 212 will have to up their costs Like they may have to up their fees, up their FX fees, or add a monthly charge like FreeTrade is doing. But if they keep growing and they're bigger than all the other platforms, they keep having new users and they're making money off of the CFDs, then I don't think they'll have to do that. So yeah, looking at the fees, FreeTrade is worse. Looking at it like 2.5 years on, 2 years on, why didn't I switch earlier? Again, I said FreeTrade was the only one that was sort of built for me. Trading 212 didn't let me make an account, but since they let me make an account midway through last year, roughly, I probably should have switched over earlier. I'm just a bit lazy. But yes, I'm going to open up a Trading 212 account, and at the end of this video, I'm going to show you me doing that, putting money onto the account, buying my first stock. So stay tuned to the end of this video to see that. But now I'm going to talk about what the implications are for switching over a stocks and shares ISA to a new provider. And I'm sort of going to talk about some of the things that you need to do. So yeah, let's get into that. So an ISA is a tax efficient account, which enables you to save £20,000 a year into it without having to pay tax on interest from a savings ISA or pay tax on gains or dividends in a stocks and shares ISA. When investing into a stocks and shares ISA, you can only invest into one stocks and shares ISA in each year for each new provider. So for example, if I decided to invest in a stocks and shares ISA in FreeTrade, and then I started to add money into Trading 212, I couldn't do that at the same time. So you can only do one in one tax year. So if I so from the 5th of April 2023 up until the 4th of April 2024, I can only invest in one platform. But it's different for if you want to transfer this. So luckily, if you want to transfer it, if you do it the correct way, using the correct forms, then it doesn't eat into your £20,000 allowance. So if I want to transfer my £13,000 portfolio, it's not going to leave me with a £7,000 allowance in this current year. Or if I've already invested over a certain limit, I can still transfer. It doesn't actually affect your allowance. Transferring the ISA does seem simple enough. You have to contact the new provider. They'll give you a form. You fill out this new form, and then that provider does the rest for you. The form has some basic information like your current provider's information and your own details on it. But it does seem quite simple. I think you sort of fill it out, give it to the new provider. They do all of the hard work. They do say it takes about 30 days. But if you do an in-specie transfer, which is sort of what I'm talking about, which means that you keep your original stocks, you don't actually sell and then buy again. You're keeping the original purchase dates, you're keeping the original stocks that you bought, then you don't miss out on any stock market changes during the time that it takes, which they say, again, it takes about 30 days. So you might have to do a little bit of planning when you're sort of doing that, but you shouldn't have to sell anything, so you should be fine. The other thing you have to consider with FreeTrade, again, they're going against their name being free, is that when you do transfer out of the account to a new provider, on US stocks, they charge you £17 per stock. I think I hold 7 US stocks, so £17 for each of those 7 stocks is going to cost me £119. And considering my portfolio isn't that big, like it's only 13,000, and I think it's about 50 to 60% in US stocks, it's quite a lot to pay to transfer. So I'm sort of having to weigh up the decision of paying the £119 or selling all of my US stocks and then rebuying again in Trading 212. But let me know if you have any sort of thoughts on that, because it's sort of one of those things that is mildly holding me back from going. Because I don't really want to sell, because when I'm looking at my portfolio, I'm like 50% up on Microsoft, 50% up on Google, I think, or Amazon, I can't remember. And it's just, I don't really want to lose the gains, and I don't really want to pay the £119, but maybe I'll sell some, transfer over some. Just let me know if you have any thoughts on that. That would be great to help me out with that. So yeah, I'm moving over to Trading 212, but it's not going to be overnight. I'm going to do a little bit of prep. I'm going to do a little bit of testing of the platform. I've sort of made my decision, but I'd rather do a little bit of a test just to see, like, do I actually like it? If I desperately don't like it, then maybe I'll stay, just pay the extra fees. But I think I'm going to do a little bit of a test. Do like a month on it using like a general investment account, just to sort of test the platform out. So yeah, let's do that now. So this is the platform. I'm logged in. I'm currently on an ISA, but I think I need to switch over to a general investing. Go away. Let's go to invest. So this is like the general investing one. I think I've done all the verification and everything beforehand, just to make sure that I was set up for this video. So let's go ahead and add some funds. So, bank transfer takes up 2 business days. Instant. Collect your bank account and deposit funds instantly. Right. Free until you deposit £2,000 in total. Let's just do Apple Pay. I might cut this bit out. Ooh, not £1,000 there. We're going to do £100. Do £100 to start with. Just as a test for this first video. I might add more money as we go on. But my general investing plan is like £600 a month. And I've already done that in FreeTrade. But we'll see. We won't mess around with it a little bit. Anyway, let's do that. Yeah, we'll do it from there. £100. Deposit successful. There we go. Done. So let's click start investing. So I have £100 to play with. And it says your portfolio is empty. Invest automatically with ready-made pies. And it's just do that later. Wait, what is that? Daily interest. Oh, look at that. Enable. That works. We pay you daily interest on your cash. Your cash remains instantly available for withdrawing or investing. No commitments disabled at any time. Look at that. Wow. Okay. That's I mean, there's no liquidity risk, surely. I mean, that's already better than FreeTrade. I think they pay like 1% or 2%. I think it's not great. Okay, well that's better than FreeTrade. So yeah, so you can enable a pie. You can discover thousands of stocks and ETFs, earn interest on your cash. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to just look for like a popular stock and I'm just going to have a look at it. Oh, look, the one I was going to look at was Nvidia, just to see what that's doing. Most traded stocks, of course it is. So we're currently after hours, so we can't really buy, but I'm just going to go through the process just to get to the level of buying it, just to sort of have a look. I mean, already it looks pretty similar to Trading 212. This stock's gone crazy. That's so funny. So yeah, it tells you the stats at the top. I like that. That's pretty cool. And it tells you we're after hours. Okay, that's cool. So if you click on it and then it says around the clock, oh, you can do like pre-market, after hours. That's pretty cool. I like that. It doesn't allow you to do that on FreeTrade. It says you can invest when the market opens. That's pretty cool. Okay. About Nvidia, we've got days range, 52-week range, key ratios. We've got PE ratio, market cap, revenue, dividend yield, EPS, all that sort of stuff. Got financials. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like looking at that. Okay. That's cool. Okay. Let's go have a look at another stock. Go away. I'm going to look for Visa, which is another stock I was looking at. Visa Inc. Yeah, let's click on that. Again, we can see the charts and stuff. Oh, so it gives you like an overview of everything. Do they post on the account? They do posts. That's interesting. Okay. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera right now. I'm looking at my phone. Right. So they've got day range. They've got 52-week range. We can see it's going up. Got EPS, dividend yield, blah, 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 blah. Balance sheet. I was going to look at cash flows. So, oh, that's interesting. I quite like that. Okay. That's cool. Okay. Let's just go through and buy and see what it does. Even though we're after hours, we'll see what happens. So go through to buy. We're going to go and do, what is it letting me do? £150? Okay, let's just go 100. Let's do £100. See what it says. So, market orders are executed at the best current available market prices. Extended hours. What does that mean? So, trading with 24/5 trading, you get access to your favorite stocks, US stocks non-stop from Monday until Friday. Well, via the overnight session is a new feature will gradually roll out to all US stocks. Okay. Okay, so it's only 5 days a week, so you can't invest. But they've got limit orders, they've got stop orders, stop limits. Okay, maybe I'll have a look at those. But generally, it looks alright. Review order. Not interested. If your regular hours order, which executes during the main reason, unlock extra. What is this? Is this like a paid feature or something? Enable. I mean, I understand what that means, but I review the order. Okay, this is what I was looking for. I was looking for the page to see like what they give you, what sort of information they give you when you buy a stock. Because I quite like how simple it is with FreeTrade. They've got the shares value, the number of shares, they've got the commission, which is free, the FX rate, which they say here. Oh, so that's the rate that they're switching from US to GBP. Then they've got the fee, which is 15p, because it's 15%. So not 15%, 0.15% of the £100, which comes to 15p. Okay, I quite like that. I'm not going to do it now because it doesn't. Actually, you know what? If I do send the buy order, it's not going to pick it up until Monday morning. So we'll leave that for now. But seems pretty easy, to be honest. Pies. Oh, pick your favorite stocks and ETFs. They will appear as slices in the pies above. So I can add pies. You know what? This is already getting a bit too long. But just from looking at it, it looks okay. Like, okay, you can get a card, no monthly fees. Oh, that's the new debit card that they've got. Then there's social, which I don't really care about. Maybe I will care about it, but I don't really care. Then we've got my account, which is the bottom right. It looks alright though. I quite like it. Yeah, I like it. Not gonna lie. When I first used it, when I first looked at it, like a while ago, it didn't impress me that much, but it does look pretty good. So yeah, I will be moving my whole portfolio over to Trading 212 in the near future. So stay tuned for that video. But for now, let me know if I'm making the right decision. So that's the end of the video. If you want to know the struggles of investing in the UK, then watch this video right here. But if you want some info on your workplace pension, then watch this video right here. Thank you.